President Uhuru Kenyatta's directive last Friday caught many government officials by surprise and sent shockwaves among officers in the procurement and finance departments.
All heads of procurement and accounts in government ministries, departments, agencies, and parastatals will undergo fresh vetting, including polygraph testing, to determine their integrity and suitability.
A day after the head of public service, Joseph Kinyua, ordered procurement and accounts directors in ministries, parastatals and government agencies to exit, albeit temporarily, to facilitate audit into their lifestyles, the targeted officers are already complying. Procurement and accounting directors in the devolution ministry have handed over to their deputies amid anxiety from those targeted in the first phase of the government cleanup.
No one will be victimized. The processes will be fair, and we are a country that believes in the rule of law, and there will be due process.
It is not yet clear who will carry out the vetting exercise that will focus on at least 3,000 public officers. The vetting report must be submitted to the president by the end of this month before the 2018-2019 financial year kicks off next month.
And in the coming days, you will hear of other tougher actions that will be taken by my government.
The targeted officers are required to submit copies of their identification documents, PIN numbers, mobile telephone numbers, as well as email addresses. They are also expected to provide details of their residential addresses in the last 5 years and state whether they own those premises or are tenants. They will also be required to give details on their previous duty stations, history of promotions, as well as the promotions they have applied for and received. It has repeatedly been alleged that procurement and accounting officers have tinkered with the process of awarding tenders to benefit themselves and their families. The vetting process extended to an audit of the officers' immediate family members, business associates, and associations they have interests in. They will be required to list companies and businesses they own, as well as those owned by their family members. They are also expected to provide a list of all the movable and immovable assets that they possess for auditing.
Those who shall fail the vetting will stand suspended.
The vetting process will also scrutinize the officers' bank accounts and mobile money statements in the last 6 months and the Kenya Revenue Authority tax returns in the last 3 years. Some officers are already contemplating resignation to escape the scrutiny. Sources indicating that the National Intelligence Service (NIS) was intricately involved in the vetting process and has already conducted background checks for procurement and finance officers and identified properties such as commercial and residential houses, land and posh vehicles owned by some officials through proxies. Francis Gashuri for The Big Question.